Good morning, I'm Jim.
And I'm Hollywood.
And this is
the Smoked Debrief. We have actually gone over 20 members. Is that right?
22 now.
22 members.
Isn't that cool? That's pretty damn cool. I remember when we didn't have any.
I know we had none.
Seems like only last week.
Maybe it was last week.
Yeah. So we got, today we are going to try a CAO Nicaragua. It's got a signature blue band and striking presentation box.
Striking.
But I haven't seen the box, but the picture looks good. It's we've got a wrapper and binder that's Honduran, and then a Jasmatran leaf for both.
I don't believe
to enhance flavor.
Jasmatran is Jamastra.
Well, I was looking at more of a sci-fi kind of mood. Because I just got through watching the new Alien Earth show.
Folks, I think it's Jamastra.
Okay, hold on. Let me start over then. The wrapper and binder, a Honduran Jamastran leaf for both, chosen to enhance flavor and intensity. I'm going to have to try that on my wife later. The filler is a balanced selection of Nicaraguan leaves from 3 renowned regions: Estelí, Jalapa, and Condega.
At least you didn't say
Jalapa and Condega.
At least you didn't say Jalipa. I gotta tell you, I'm surprised that you didn't.
Shut your fucking mouth. Shut up. Shut your damn mouth.
So I got these cigars at a cigar and vape shop in Shelby, North Carolina.
Oh, there's bound to be a winner then.
Well, listen to this. I went in there. They actually had a real humidor. And I bought like 20 cigars because they had a good variety of cigars, you know. And it came up to like $135.
Yeah.
The guy gave me $25 off.
Yeah.
Then gave me a lighter and a cutter. It's like no one had ever come in and bought cigars out of the humidor before. He was so excited.
Was he like, I always wondered what the hell was in that room?
No, he was an Indian.
Oh, I always wondered what was in that room.
You know,
thank you very much. Come again. No wheezing the juicer.
Only because I know that you don't really mean that. Can I even tolerate that? So I've been in Shelby, North Carolina. I'm sure you're wondering why I've been in Shelby, North Carolina.
Yeah, why were you in Shelby, North Carolina?
Because the American Legion the American Legion World Series started on Thursday, and we're down there filming it with Diesel Jack Media. Now, it was supposed to start on Thursday.
Yeah.
They have a first-class ball field there in Shelby for the high school. And the last 9 years, the American Legion World Series has been held there. So the people of Shelby have just gotten behind it 1,000%. It's got amazing, beautiful grass and this special infield that drains quickly. And it's actually an unbelievable stadium.
Yeah.
But it's been raining there for a week.
So that's real baseball. That's like regulation size baseball.
For kids. Yeah, for kids. For I think 17, 18, 19 maybe. And the teams around the U.S. are sponsored by the Post, you know, like Post
6, Post 9.
Exactly. So
it's not like Bad News Bears.
No.
You know, bail bonds and strip club.
No, because there's no bullshit in American League Baseball. When the teams come in, 2 teams at a time get an orientation ran by the Legion. The Legion tells them, if there's kneeling during the national anthem, your whole team's going
out.
Your whole team's going home.
Hell yes.
You know, we respect the flag. We respect patriotism.
Have you seen where the NFL teams like Detroit just came out and said they will have no woke anything in their stadium or on their team? Any rainbow stuff is gone. They're not having that at all. The owner of the team and the coach
Well, the Legion's not anti-woke, as you like to point out, but they are very patriotic. They instill patriotic, views. They share their patriotic views, and
they don't have to be anti-woke.
You're the one that said woke.
I was talking about. I was referring. I
was telling a story about the American Legion, man, and you hijacked my story for your.
I'm sorry for hijacking your shit.
All right. So anyway, it's amazing to. So anyway, they're supposed to play four games on Thursday.
Yeah.
But they were smart because the field was abysmal on Wednesday, so they canceled the 4 games Thursday. We played 4 games yesterday. There's 4 games today, 4 games tomorrow. 2 games on Monday, and then the championship on Tuesday. But another thing, have you been to a Little League baseball game?
No. Last ball game that I ever went to was when Courtney played in high school, and I was ejected from the game because I said the pitcher from the other team had a big butt. I heckled. I was like, pitcher got a big butt. After about the 10th time that I said that, they were like, you're out.
What I was about to say, it ties right into that. My little brother called Little League Baseball forever in Texas. And as of like 5 years ago.
Serious in Texas, too.
As of 5 years ago, if you cuss at the umpire, parents coach anybody, cusses at the umpire, you heckle the umpire, you heckle the kids, you are ejected from the game.
Well, I mean, I already say should.
And there was, it's amazing to be at this World Series where the fans are just cheering and so well behaved, and it was absolutely amazing. And the town of Shelby, there's 8 teams come to the World Series. Each of those teams has a local organization that sponsors that team. They meet them when their bus arrives, from the airport. Yeah. They have socials for them. They bring them food when they come to all the games. When the games are over, if they win, they meet them down as they come out of the dugout, and they've got pies and cakes and stuff for them. It's an amazing thing, and it's great to see the American Legion. So
I say the population of Shelby pretty much doubles when the.
That's right. That's exactly right. And this is the 100th year of American Legion World Series baseball.
Oh, cool.
So that's what I was doing in Shelby, where I got this crazy assortment of cigars. And now, today, we're going to do a couple podcasts, and then I'm driving the American Legion camera car that this man single-handedly rigged up, put cameras on it, got the decals put on it, put the flags on it.
Now
it's amazing what this guy right here has done.
Tom helped with the bed rails.
So. For what? An hour?
It was a couple hours. Come on, I got to give props. He came down and helped. But it was interesting. It was a nice little project. Kind of reminded me of what I used to do, because I'm pretty good at running wires and stuff and in vehicles. And
well, the test will be to see if it survives the 5 days we're going to be on the road from South Boston, Virginia to Tampa, Florida.
Yeah. The only thing that I'm concerned about is the weatherproof doors on the GoPros. But I put dielectric grease on the charging cord before I plugged it in there. That should help. But we're just not going to know until.
Well, it's just not going to rain.
Yeah, hopefully it won't. But now you got each camera's got a 1 terabit, so you got 96 hours of 1080p footage capability. So I think you ought to.
Is that really true? 96 hours of 1080p.
We looked it up that time. Remember, because it was like 60 something in 4K and then 96 in 1080p.
And they're all set to 1080p.
Oh, that's up to y'all. I don't mess with them GoPros, buddy.
Young Austin, he's supposed to know it.
Okay.
Did he come up here?
Yeah. He didn't mess with the GoPros, though.
Okay.
But, you have the app and he should be able to. Austin, I'm sure Austin knows how to handle the GoPro. So you're going to take the drone with you and have the drone take off and land on the chase
Hopefully,
vehicle?
we're going to be filming maniacs.
I
would
great,
like
man.
to have a documentary when this is over about the Legacy ride. And Austin and Josh are up there right now doing interviews and such.
I think it'll be so cool. It's nice just to help out with that.
Jim, you and I are like shake and bake.
What? Shake and bake, baby.
You're my best friend, Jim.
You're my best friend.
Even though you stole my wife just because I was caught on fire or the invisible fire.
It was them Tata towels she had, buddy. I couldn't help it.
You know that movie? That's a movie that grows on you.
Mm-hmm.
Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby.
I'm coming for you, Ricky Bobby.
Ricky Bobby, you taste of America.
So, dude, Alien Earth premiered on FX.
So where is that a TV series?
Yes.
Where does it start?
It starts in space. And what's cool...
Well, that's great because Alien's a freaking space movie.
Well, yeah, but...
Is it in the beginning? Is it a continuation after Prometheus?
I think it's before the original. I have to look and see what time. I think it's before the original. But they kind of have done their own little thing. It's so cool because, like, they'll tell you, I can't remember what they called one group of beings, but it tells you in the beginning they're like corporations controlled territories on the earth. There is no government; it's corporations, and there's a group that are cyborgs, and then a group that are synthetic beings, and then there's another group that are synthetic bodies, but their consciousness came from kids who were sick and dying, and they put their consciousness into the synthetic being, and they have superpowers. They have strength. They can run and hit and all that stuff. It's cool as shit, and they're called the hybrids. Well, it's got who's the guy that was in Justified?
Timothy
Oliphant. He's in it. But it starts out the beginning, and it's the old school, the dudes it's like the Nostradamus, the ship.
It's always interesting to listen to Jim tell a story or describe a movie, and because he really doesn't have a clue what the movie's about or the storyline. He just remembered little bits and pieces, like the Nostradamus, and then there was there was a cat,
Nostromo,
and the cat came along, and then there was Sigourney Weaver in her panties and bra. That's how Jim tells you about a movie, and it was a great movie, man, my favorite.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
But they start out, when Tom Skerritt in the original, he would be talking to Mother, the computer that controls everything.
Yeah,
and he's in that room, that big white room with all the lights and shit. Well, they had that room. It's just cool because they had the original sound effects, when all the computers start coming up and the stuff starts rolling on the screens. And
you don't remember what the original, you don't remember that. That was like fucking 20, 30 years ago. You don't remember any of that.
Motherfucker, I do.
That was like 1977 or 78. You were like 5.
Motherfucker, I remember Star Wars too. That came out in 77.
You read it in some book, man. You're like 3 years old.
Anywho, they started. I don't want to give away too much.
Then stop giving it away. Well,
it's just the beginning of it.
It's really great. You need to see it.
The reason that it's exciting, it's going to be an exciting series, is because the ship, this thing is carrying specimens. Of course, it's the aliens in some of these big jars and stuff. But then They also have 2 or 3 other specimens that weren't in the original that are cool as shit, like these funky little creepy crawlers. One of them is an eyeball, and it's got like 6 or 7 it looks like an eyeball, but it's got 6 or 7 pupils. And
Who's flying this ship?
They start out, they just their mission was to bring these specimens back.
So there are people in the is the crew.
There's people in the ship.
Not synthetics,
there's a couple of
not
synthetics.
Hybrids. Oh, okay.
The captain of the ship is a cyborg, and he's got this funky hand that he can it will transform into like knives and stuff like that. Well, he goes in to the communication room, and he's typing up stuff and
with his knife hand.
Yeah, the ship's compromised, and behind him through the door you can see all the crew is getting eat up by the aliens, because the aliens got one of them escaped and chewing everybody up, and the computer comes back, survivors ? And he turns around and he goes over the girl. There's a girl at the door screaming and banging, let me in. And he comes by there and this torch comes out of his hand, and he goes over and welds the damn door shut where nobody can come in. And then he goes back over to sit down and answers the question, none. And then the alien's trying to bust into that room, and he goes over to some kind of escape pod in the floor. The floor opens up, and he drops down in there, and it closes up. Well, then the ship is on a collision course to Earth, and it crashes on Earth with all these specimens and shit. Okay, that just set it up for an incredible storyline with all these.
But Jim doesn't want to tell us too much about the show.
That's it. That was like the first 5 minutes. So the rest of it is fucking badass. When they are fighting the alien, it's just so cool. And it's very well done. It's a great show. It's worth a watch. I like Prometheus, the last movie that came out, because they went old school on that one too. And they had the original ship and all that stuff. It was the original characters. And it's fucking great. Like the guy, not Bishop, the first guy before Bishop. Bishop was from Aliens. It was the English dude that was in Alien.
Right.
He's in Prometheus.
He's got to be like 500 years old.
Well, he was an android, a synthetic.
That's right.
But it's so damn cool. And I don't think we've done an episode since I had the incident with my car. So you broke it.
Testing.
You broke my shit. Look, man, this isn't Diesel Jack Media property.
Hey,
you can't fucking abuse my shit like that.
I don't abuse equipment, bro.
I will boot your ass off of my show.
Your show is your show now. Okay. Right. Yeah. You got that one guy on here that
I'm the producer, motherfucker.
Okay. I'm good. That's good to know. It's good to know.
I still haven't figured out why there are traffic cones on the interstate.
So tell the story.
Well, I'm getting on the interstate. I'm going to go to the grocery store. And of course,
what are you driving?
I'm driving.
What are you driving?
My Aston Martin Vantage.
Should have been in your Hummer.
Well, it was a nice day.
Had to show off.
So, there is no decent grocery stores in Graham, so I have to go to Burlington. So I get on the interstate to go to Burlington.
Do you live in Graham?
Yes. And as soon as I get on the interstate, I mean, it's packed. There's people everywhere. Well, it's
where
car
people drive on the interstate, Jim.
Well, it was just unusually busy for that time of day. But a car in the left lane hits this traffic cone, and I just see out of the corner of my eye here comes this traffic cone just right into the front end of my car, and I couldn't go left or right. I just had to take it. And I get off at the Maple Avenue exit to come here and check out the front of the car. And sure enough, it's my
Destroyed.
The front bumpers busted up.
Do you have some pictures?
I have pictures.
You'll have to put some pictures on the show so
Okay.
people can see it.
So, I felt like throwing up for about 15, 20 minutes. I still feel like throwing up when I think about it. So I pulled it in.
But you have insurance, right?
I have insurance.
And
I
in the state of North Carolina, they're probably paying for it, right?
That would be nice. I just want to know what fucking genius thought it would be a good idea to put traffic cones on the interstate. Like, what are they going to do? You got people going 70, 80 miles an hour.
So it wasn't a tiny traffic cone like this.
No, it was the full size, maybe 3 foot tall ones.
Yeah, with bright orange.
Yeah.
You couldn't
orange and black, because that's what I saw. And I parked the car, got the Hummer, and went on to the grocery store and came home and wanted to throw up.
Then what'd you do?
I filed a claim on my insurance.
Did they rush right over?
No, they actually did everything by phone. That was a Thursday. Then I spoke to them. They called me Friday morning, and I just told them I wanted to do the work myself. And I would, then they asked me for pictures, and I sent all the pictures over to them and everything. And then I started tearing the car down, which really wasn't that hard to do.
Because it was already torn up.
Yeah. I will say this. I don't think there's an American car that's built as well as that car is.
Bro, stop dreaming. You're hallucinating right now.
Hand built in the UK.
My 2001 Ford F-250 7.3 liter diesel. I drove over so much shit in that truck. Never heard it. It did help. I had a giant freaking cattle guard on it.
It's a truck. It shouldn't be hurt.
Well, you just got through saying that.
I said I know there's not an American car, vehicle, any vehicle that's built as well with the quality and craftsmanship and the attention to detail as the Aston Martin is. Because American workers, and I think it's because of the union, they don't have any pride in their work anymore. They just want to get the shit put together and done. That's why you don't buy a car that's built on a Monday or a Friday. And there's a reason for that.
To categorically say the union is a problem with quality of products in America.
They get paid whether the car's built or not.
That's offensive.
That's the union.
That's offensive.
I don't care.
You want them working 18, 19 hours a day and
welcome to America.
Low light and
land of the offended.
I don't even know who you are.
I'm not saying all unions.
Well, then
okay?
Then
but the
you
auto workers.
You just said okay, that's different. Trying to keep the working.
So what do you think about this?
Meh.
Not keeping a working man won't be kept down.
It's not.
A working man doesn't need the union.
Yes, they do.
No.
Yes.
Years ago, maybe, but not now.
Well, if it hadn't been for
enough laws in place now because of the unions back in the day.
That's exactly right.
So the laws, the laws that we have now because of the unions before, we don't need unions anymore.
That's bullshit, Jim.
All you're doing is making some fat cats rich with the dudes.
I'm going to give you a perfect example.
Give me a perfect example. It better be perfect.
The film industry. Bro.
Okay, I know you
I've worked on many non-union, low-budget films where you made $100 a day. You worked 15, 16 hours. You didn't get freaking fed. You got off work at 10 o'clock at night. You were back at 6 a.m. So an hour drive home. So you got like 4 or 5 hours of sleep. That's what you get on non-union production, non-union films. You get treated like that.
Non-union, we could get a movie done really cheap. I'm down. Let's do that. That sounds like some Dean Jones shit right there.
It is some Dean Jones shit.
Dean
Jones.
This morning.
Okay, just so everybody knows, Jim, without coming to me, invested in a local movie with a guy who I already knew was a hooligan because he called me up to be the director. Alleged hooligan, because he called me up to be the director of photography on his film. I asked him about 10 questions, and none of the answers I got did not make the hair on the back of my neck stand up. So I sent my buddy over to work for him because my buddy was really hungry.
Yes, and you screwed your buddy over.
Yeah. And then when the show's over, my buddy didn't get paid, didn't get his equipment paid for. And then I find out that my best friend, Jim,
in my defense,
Jim,
I'd already done all that before
invested
you got
in this
involved.
movie. Oh, is that right?
Yeah, this was way before that.
Because I'd have told you.
Because your friend, it was Another Life is the movie that your friend worked on with Kevin Sorbo.
Kevin Sorbo.
Supposedly it's already done.
Supposedly.
I'm getting there. This morning, I'm in the back talking to Carrie. You know, she's in the bakery. And the kid up front comes back and he said, Jim, will you get me a bag of wild roast whole bean? I said, yeah. So I went back and got filled a bag with wild roast and went up front, and it was Dean.
No way.
Yeah.
Didn't ask for you, didn't?
No.
Are you kidding me?
Oh. So, but supposedly all the movies are done.
Well, yeah, because he paid for Kevin Sorbo to come back and hired an entirely different crew to film him for a week because none of the original crew would work because he owed them thousands and thousands of dollars.
Well,
he's a bad guy.
He also
allegedly.
He also just did some kind of thing about the Golden Knights. The Army, isn't that the Army parachutists?
Yeah.
He was at Fort Bragg doing something with Dean Cain, doing a documentary about the Golden Knights. Go figure. But he also said, and he's told me something like this every time I see him, he's bundling Another Life, The Black Archives, and
with his next movie he's going to shoot.
There's one other movie that he finished. And all those are going to, he's bundling them, and it's all, all of them.
He can't legally do that.
Well, whatever.
Do you know,
I don't know.
But you know why he can't legally do it?
Because the union won't let him. Oh my Lord.
You're lucky that I'm not as spry as I used to be. I'd be jumping up and jumping on you like a spider monkey right now. Because all of his investors can't be commingled.
Yeah.
You can't commingle investor money like that. Who's going to get paid back first now? He is such a shyster.
Yeah, that is kind of, now that you mention that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's some ammo.
This is me again helping you out, Jim, when you don't ask for help. Because you're too ashamed that you got taken advantage of by this guy.
I am a fool
just
that
because
has
you
been
got to drive around
money many times.
Just because you got to drive around with Tom Sizemore in your Humvee, that was Dean, making you feel all warm and fuzzy while he stole your money.
Well, when I get a big old check and residuals from being in Black Archives, because it's going to be the best movie of the year and win an incredible 8 to 9 Oscars for special effects and acting, then we'll see who has the last laugh, sir.
That'll happen right after Office Joe gets 7 Emmys, and you get your residuals from Office Joe, pal. All right?
That would be nice. Maybe I'd get paid. Maybe Albert would come off that $100 he told me I was going to get.
You already got paid from the publicity until you turned into a wild, unbridled racist on the screen.
I was not a racist on the screen.
Folks, watch the first episode of Office Joe. It's available on Amazon, Google Play, and iTunes. Write in. Tell us what you think about Jim's role as the racist coffee shop owner.
I was not a racist. Nowhere in the script did it say racist Oh, I mean, because I would have played that all different if it had been racist.
This is a great cigar. If you're
Why
not,
did you say it so soft like that? Like you're trying to
this is
lure me into the closet.
This is this is a great cigar if you're not really a cigar smoker.
I agree.
It's a nice, super mild cigar.
You know, so far, I think I have improved my cigar selection, and yours has gotten shittier since.
I'm not trying to impress anybody. I just bring in different cigars so we can get different taste.
Okay.
This costs $7. It's a great $7 mild to medium cigar
$7
smoker.
at a vape shop. So at JR's, it must be a $12 to $15 cigar.
Right? Isn't that sad? That's a tragedy. That's the tragedy right there.
Oh.
But we're going to cut away right now, and we're going to see the great deal Jim got me this week. Humidor and a bunch of cigars. I paid $500 for it. And we're going to show you the humidor and all the cigars I got for $500. It's a pretty good score. I think probably by the end of the day, there's probably $750, $1,000 worth of cigars, not counting the little humidor. There's no telling how much those Cohibas are.
Yeah.
What was the name of them? Cohiba what?
Well, I don't know. They're your cigars.
Here it is right here. Why don't you look it up, buddy?
The Cohiba.
Cohibas. The Cohiba Riviera.
Cohiba what?
Riviera. It's a Lancero. Cohiba Riviera.
All right, here we go. Searching the web. Okay, the Cohiba Riviera at a glance.
At a glance.
Get your my pronunciation checked.
Don't you worry.
In there. The first ever box press cigar by Cohiba, a departure from the brand's traditional Parejo shapes. Marked as the first Cohiba to feature a Mexican San Andreas Maduro wrapper. Unsurprisingly crafted outside the Dominican Republic, this blend is produced in Nicaragua. A fusion of rich tobacco sources. The binder is Honduran Connecticut. Fillers Honduran Jamastran Valley La Entrada.
Good
and
job.
a Nicaraguan Condega Estelí.
Estelí.
Fuck a ye. So we're gonna have to we'll have to feature that.
How much?
Oh shit. Let's see here. Here's a gallery. All I'm getting is pictures. How much? Let's see. How much? Boom, boom, boom. Okay, what size are they?
Lancero.
A box of 15 is $202.37.
As you can see, we're here in the depths of the Salvation Coffee Auto Restoration facility here in Burlington, North Carolina.
And taxidermy.
And taxidermy.
Our bison's got the mange.
Jim is constantly sending me stuff. Check this out, check this out. You know, ridiculous stuff that I don't look at half the time. But this week, he sent me a text with a picture of this. And he goes, bro, this guy's getting rid of this for $500. I'm like, $500, bro? I think I can get that on eBay or Amazon for like $125. He goes, yeah, but there's some cigars involved. So I said, well, what cigars? So lo and behold, let's see what I got for $500. I have not looked at this yet either. But the first thing is a box of Cohiba Rivieras. Now, I can't even begin to guess how much these are, but there's about 20 of these here. And if they're $10 a piece, that's $200. That's $200 plus my $145 humidor. So that bumps it up to $345.
It's like Storage Wars.
It's like Storage Wars and like 1,000 Bovitas. Bovita 72s. And 2 Bovita 62s. Warzone 10-year war Rabitos. Never heard of them.
I haven't either. Can you get it open?
This looks like a good Jim Young $2 or $3 cigar. So let's say this box is worth $60. So now we're at almost 400. Now this can't be true. It's something in the Hemingway box. Romeo and Julietta's Reserva Real from Nicaragua. Now these need some love because these cigars are definitely and a Rocky Patel and another Rocky Patel. So here's about another 20 cigars. These are easily $10 a piece. That's another $200. So far we've recouped our $500 investment. And here's some $1 cigars. Oh, from JR, Jim's favorite place.
It's the only place we got around here to go to. Oh, those are JR alternative. That's that Monte Cristo alternative.
A Monte Cristo
That's
alternative?
the one we reviewed, yeah.
Oh, we reviewed that, didn't we? We said that was...
It was pretty decent. It was about a 6 or a 7.
Yep.
That's their number one selling cigar.
There's about 40 of these. So I've definitely recouped my $500 back. Looks like some more Monte Cristos. All shapes and... Is this Monte... What, is that what this is? Monte Cristos?
That's the alternative, yeah.
The alternative and more of the JR. So this guy is definitely a JR cigar lover. And then we'll go to the bottom drawer here.
See some more Cohibas.
We've got... I think there was a bait and switch involved. Because I saw some Opus in the picture, and I don't see any Opus in here now.
It's that Opus box right there, probably.
That's an Opus. That's an Opus box.
I don't know what's in it.
More Cohibas. Hoy de Monterey. Jim's favorite cigar, the Acid Blondie.
Acid Blondie.
For men that don't like real cigars.
Cuba is the one that I like from.
And the Griffin,
State, buddy.
I've got to say, Jim, that I've definitely...
That shit's gonna fall.
It is not going to fall.
Okay.
I'm the Django King.
It's like Al Capone's safe. Oh!
Wow. One Opus Pink, $20. Two Opus Pinks, $20. Another Opus, $20. $20. This Opus is about $40. Well, I would say that I did quite well for $500. Wouldn't you, Jim?
Did too. Yeah.
Holy smokes!
Nice haul, bro.
And a touch of Wahde Reserva, a Davidoff. Wow, this is excellent. Now all you have to do is get this humidor to function properly, and we'll be good. So my cigar grab bag turned out to be very nice.
All right. Now we're going to move to the studio.
All right.
That's all right, buddy.
Yeah, that's like 200 for that.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, I scored well.
Score. All right. Oh. So, what else did you do besides going to Shelby? Didn't you have an adventure in Tejas?
Yes.
Well, let's hear about it.
So I've been helping this guy who is a descendant of the treasurer of the South, of the Confederacy. He's from Scotland, and he is very leftish. Good guy. I mean,
This guy you went on the boat with?
Yeah.
We've already talked about that. That's already been on an episode. I'm talking about when you went to Texas.
Yeah, it was the same thing. We went out to the Civil War battlefield. It was the same guy.
So how'd this guy go from a battlefield in North Carolina to a battlefield in Texas?
He is going to all the places that that Union people, civilians were massacred by the Confederates so he can make his point.
Okay.
It was very funny. So he got on the internet and he found this guy who had a ranch next to the ranch that had this battlefield, this massacre. They communicated. The guy said, "Come on out and stay at my ranch. I'll take you out there the next day." So we'll
go hunting pigs, brother.
So we're in the Jeep. I got us a rented Jeep. We're driving to Brackettville, Texas, which is in the middle of frickin' nowhere. And I'm like, bro, this is how every serial killer horror movie starts out. I said, we're driving out.
Somebody getting raped.
And I told him, I said, I talked to him on the phone this morning. He goes, "You did?" I said, "Yeah." He said there was going to be some singing, some dancing, some eating, and some, screwing. And I said, I asked him, "Well, what should we wear?" He goes, "It don't make no difference. It's only going to be the three of us." Don't spit that tea everywhere. So we get out there. He's very cool. He's like 77. We stay at his ranch that night. We get up at dark 30. We get in his four-wheeler, and we go driving out across the wilds of West Texas in this four-wheeler, just getting the shit beat out of us from the terrain. And we get out there and we find the Nueces River. We find exactly where the battlefield took place. We filmed it. I had the drone, put the drone up. I droned around. And then we went back, and then we went to, he lives in Medina. His ranch is in Brackettville, but he has a house in Medina because Medina's 20 miles from Comfort.
Was Medina funky and cold?
Funky, cold Medina. That Medina's a monster, baby. Because Sunday was the anniversary of the massacre. And the Germans that had moved to America to get away from persecution, they were the ones that didn't want to join the South. They said, this is why we came to America, is to not have to do, if we don't believe in something, we don't, right? So the Germans were making a trek to Mexico till the war was over when they got caught up by the Confederates, and the Confederates massacred them. So Comfort, Texas has a statue because these Germans are from Comfort. So we went there early in the morning. There was about 50 people there, for the ceremony in front of the thing. So we filmed the ceremony, and then we went to lunch with him and a couple of people from the massacre, there were descendants of the people that were massacred, and the head guy from the Chamber of Commerce and his wife. And we're at this restaurant eating, and he goes, "I got to tell you guys something. When I was waiting for you guys to show up, I started thinking, here's two guys I don't even know coming out here to meet me in my ranch. I'm all by myself. I'm 77. This is how every horror movie and serial killer movie starts." He said that at the lunch table, and then we just started laughing. I said, we were thinking the exact same thing. But it was cool. We filmed some good stuff. And then we went to San Antonio Airport. My buddy was flying to Dallas and then to Raleigh. He got delayed, had to spend the night in the Dallas airport. My flight was an hour late. I was on another flight. My flight was an hour and 20 minutes late to Atlanta. And I was going to miss my flight in Atlanta and have to spend the night in Atlanta.
Yeah. Nobody wants to stay the night in Atlanta.
Nobody. Dude,
oh, my Lord.
We landed at Alpha Gates at 10:25. The pilot, it's normally 2 hours and 20 minutes from San Antonio to Atlanta. He made it in an hour and 50 minutes. So we get in, and I ran as much as my old ass can run, to B gates, and I frickin' made it. And I made it in that night.
And the rest is history.
And the rest is history. And then the next morning next day I drove to Shelby. Didn't I stop by you here on my way?
You did. We did we shot an episode. Oh, no, we didn't. You just came by and we chilled.
We chilled for a few minutes. Because my head was exploding. So right now in Shelby, it's Nick, Tom, Jack, Nick's son, Stephen, Wolf, and Clifford. They're shooting.
Mandatory fun guy there too?
No, but he's supposed to be in the national convention.
Are the other influencers going to be there?
You're just not a nice guy, Jim. You're just a mean, evil guy.
I do have a book idea I'm going to run by Nick. About I single-handedly won a battle in Mogadishu.
I got some news.
With a 45 and a knife.
I got some news that we can't talk about on the air. I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
It's going to blow your mind.
Don't tell me. Not on the air.
I know. I can't.
Okay. So what do you think about the cigar?
I think it's a great mild cigar for non-cigar smokers. If you're wanting to try a cigar, this is a great cigar for that. It's very mellow.
It is mellow.
It's not bad. It's not bitter. It's not harsh. There's not a lot of...
It's not a lot of anything, in my opinion. I'm going to give it a 5. I would rank this one below that JR alternative. That Monte Cristo.
But it's not bad.
No, it's not bad.
We've smoked some cigars that have been bad.
Oh, boy, have we.
And it's not bad. I mean, really.
No.
This is a great, I mean, I'll say it again. This is a great cigar for a mild medium cigar smoker.
Yeah.
If you want to try cigars and you're starting out, you should try the CAO Nicaragua. That's for sure.
Okay, I'll make sure we include the clip of the humidor footage in here, and we're going to go on and get ready to find another awesome stick to burn up on a show. And I appreciate Hollywood coming back into town, and
you're my best friend. Shake,
gracing me,
and first bake. First you shake it, and then you bake it.
That's right. I'll be on you like Spider Monkey.
I threw Uncle Chip's war medals into the river.
Oh, Lord. This has been, I'm Jim.
And I'm Hollywood.
And this has been
the Smoked Debrief.